हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम भूषण है। जॉय वीज़ा चैनल में आपका स्वागत है। हर बुधवार हम अलग अलग ट्रैवलर्स के दुनिया भर के ट्रैवलर्स का एक्सपीरियंस हमारे चैनल पे आपके साथ शेयर करते हैं। और अभी तक आपने इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो ज़रूर जाके सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। And today we have Mrs. Hema Budhivanta on our channel, and she's going to share the story of homemaker to trekker with us. So let's start for the interview. So the first question I would like to ask is, please can you give your introduction? Please can you introduce a bit of yourself?
Yeah, I'm Hema.
Tell me more about something about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Hema, and I was a simple housewife all these years, just taking care of kids, my home, make sure that my kids get their food properly, they're studying well. And after I finished all my duties, when my kids grew up, they all settled themselves in their jobs. Then I had a lot of free time in my hand. Then I started exploring, where should I go? So I like to go outdoors. I like nature, I like traveling. Okay. So one of my friend had suggested we'll go for the trek. It was Duke's Nose trek. That was my first trek. So I went for that trek, and which I found it very okay. I could do it without any hassles. I could do it easily. Then one trek led to another. I could do other treks. And mostly I go for all these easy to moderate level treks, which we go in the morning, return by night. And always I find nice groups with good volunteers who always help me. So my journey from homemaker to trekking was a very peaceful, very slow and progressive. I always progressed in my trekking because I've never given up. I've always continued. One trek led to another. I went on doing.
So, since when you transitioned from, or when you started this your trekking journey, since which year? Can you tell me?
2016. Both my kids grew up. They didn't need me more. They were independent. Till then, I used to be behind them for their daily activities, for their education, studies, and all. Once they grew up, then I had more free time, so I started trekking then.
So, what was your daily routine before you started this trekking or your traveling? What in short, can you just tell me?
Daily, it was like any middle class housewife: wake up the kids, cook for the family, make sure the kids have got their food, their tiffins, they're studying well, their homework is completed. That all went for many years. Then once they grew up, they found their jobs for themselves. I became free. And I had lot of free time in my hand, which I said I will use it constructively. So it was by fluke that one of my friends suggested you come for a trek with me. I went with her. Then the first trek was Duke's Nose. Then afterwards I went for the other treks.
So you told me your first trek was to the Duke's Nose, Lonavala.
Yes.
So can you just tell me how was the trekking experience? Can you tell me more about that trek?
My first trek luckily went on very well. Very smooth, very nicely, without any hazards. So which gave me confidence to go for another trek. And the next trek which I did was Kathraj to Siangad, which is another difficult trek. K2S. Yes. So with that I got confidence, and so far I didn't have any problems in my trekking. I had good group, good volunteers. So it went on well.
So the Duke's Nose trek motivated you more to do these kind of things outdoor, and you thought that I can do this thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what was the initial challenges or difficulties? Did you had any kind of difficulties, challenges that will you do this thing or not?
No. Actually, I had gone with an open mind. First trek, I will do it. Whatever challenges, I'll face it. But I didn't have any problem at all in my first trek. Then second trek, so far in any of the treks, I didn't have any problem, either physically or mentally or any health issues. So this helped me to go for the next trek.
So when you went on a trek or backpacking, anything, so you go solo. So you didn't, nobody accompanied you. And how was how did you manage to fill in the gap of, fill in the generation gap when you were there on the other people?
Yeah.
So what was the reaction of the other people, or how did they feel, or how did you felt about this being with the youth? Because I suppose most of them were from the teens or 30s. How was that feeling?
Yeah. For me, I was focused in my trek. I said I have to complete this trek. If the volunteers were ready to help me, fine, I used to take their help. Otherwise, I used to never bother who is there with me. I mean, I used to bother. But if the group was good, till today, no one harassed me or anything. Ki you're in the other generation. They've always welcomed me.
Yes, yes.
So I never had any
yeah,
problem.
open mind.
And for me, my trek was important. Ki go do the trek, come back safely. So if the youngsters would join me, fine. And mostly it was always like that. The youngsters would always help me by giving their hand, helping with my luggage, give me water. So I had never had any problem.
That was the benefit of being in.
In the older generation, yeah. Yes, yes.
So, how was the support from a family in this scenario? That yes, you will be doing this at this age. So, they were a bit reluctant about this, or how did they support you in this?
Actually, I got 100% support from my family,
Oh,
my
great.
husband and son. So they were sure about me. Ki I will do it without any hassles. I'll come back safe and sound. And 100% support and cooperation from both my husband, son, and daughter also.
Okay, okay, fine. So, so far, how many treks you have, or how many places you have traveled so far? Till you told me you started from 2016. So, how many treks and places you have traveled so far?
So I have done 69 treks. And
Oh,
all
wonderful.
in the Sahyadris only.
Okay.
The Sahyadris only.
Okay.
So I am focused that I have to complete Sahyadris first, then I'll venture out. So, and Sahyadris has so much to offer us, so many treks, so many waterfalls, so many mountain range. So I am focused now to complete Sahyadris first. So,
Why trekking? Why do you thought about just trekking? Because there is, you told me you like outdoors. So we have, or you can also go to a trip like a heritage trip or any to a beach side. Well, why did you choose specifically trekking?
see, basically it's my age factor. Now I'm in such a age, at least I can do trekking. More few years more, maybe I may not be able to do. So I have kept that on the bucket list. Ki later on I will do it. Now I will do which is challenging, which my body will help me. So I don't depend on somebody. So actually, what you're talking, I will do it later. At the moment, my health is supporting me, is helping me. So I will do my treks, which is a little difficult, moderate level trek. Later on, definitely I'll go for beach, river friends, and all that. So at the moment, I want to concentrate on my treks only. As long as my health helps me, permits me. I have to consider my age and my health also.
Yes, definitely. So coming to that, how do you, I will say, keep yourself fit on a daily basis so that you can complete this 1 day or 2 day trek efficiently? Because on a daily basis, you have to like keep yourself in good shape. So how do you do that? Manage that thing?
So daily I do 1 hour walking and 1 hour of yoga, and as much as I try to climb staircase, I avoid lift. So 1 hour yoga, 1 hour walking, and as much climbing staircase and all. This is the only thing which I do. More than this, I do not do. And then daily routine, housework and all that. And yeah,
So
that's how I do it.
the important is you have to keep a consistent routine on fitness.
Yes, that's very.
How is the involvement of importance of diet in this case?
Yes, diet also. Definitely, you have to follow a rich, protein-rich diet. Since I'm a non-vegetarian, so for me it's not a problem. I have non-vegetarian, but yes, diet is very important, especially protein-rich, carbo-rich. Yeah, have lots of eggs and milk and curd. Yeah, this is very important. Diet is always important.
So you told me you did your first trek was Duke Nose, and immediately after that you did K2S, that is Kathraj to Siagat trek, that is a range trek. And what I've heard, it is a very one of the difficult trek and it requires a lot of high level of endurance. So can you tell me more about that? How was that experience for you?
Yeah, like Kathraj to Siagat, I did the earlier stage of my career of trekking. Yeah, actually we were told it's a difficult trek, high level endurance is required. We were mentally prepared for the trek. But as we started the trek, we went on. We had to conquer one mountain after the another.
You are not aware of this.
Yeah,
What was coming in front
yeah,
of you.
we were told in brief that there will be 16 hills. And but we were in a flow. Like first mountain we covered, then the second mountain, then the third. And by morning we started. By evening we were done all the 16 hills, and successfully. And it was a small group. We all enjoyed each other's company. We did it. And then towards the end, that's when we realized that yeah, Katraj to Siangad has been done. While doing it, it was just we have to do it, complete it. That was in front of us. We have to do this trek, finish this trek, because there's no quitting. And once you start Katraj to Siangad, you cannot come in between. We cannot quit. You have to complete it. So that was there in our mind, in our mindset, that we have to complete this trek. And okay, that also I didn't find it difficult. Only thing, we were taking small breaks doing it, and the weather was good. We did it in the monsoon. We completed by evening. Daytime. Morning we started, by evening we had done. We had completed it.
You also told me that so far you have completed around 60 plus treks.
69 treks.
69. And you also did some backpacking, traveling.
Yeah.
So what is the most unforgettable, any memorable trek you so far you have had?
Yeah, I did Kalsubai also. That was also in the early stages of my trekking career, Kalsubai with Zenith Odyssey. My trek leader was Shraddha Mehta. She had helped me a lot. She said, you will be able to do it. It was an overnight, and that was my first overnight trek, which we started. The journey was overnight. So from Pune, we left at 11 in the night. We reached there early morning. And early morning, we started the trek. And I was told this is the highest peak of Sahyadris, which is the Everest of the Maharashtra. So this also I had to conquer it. I had to do it.
Okay.
I had to add this in my trekking bucket list at this. And Shraddha helped me a lot. Even though it was the highest peak, it took me a long duration of time to complete and to ascend, climb, and then to get down also, ascend also, descend also. Shraddha had supported me throughout.
Tell me more about the overall trek, like what time you reached, how did you started, and what time you started. Tell me more about that.
Kalsubai, we started early in the morning. By 6:30 we had a breakfast, we started. But by 2 o'clock something we reached the top. We took for me it took at least 4-5 hours it took. And actually when we went to Kalsubai, it was the next day of Dasra. So there already some mela was going on and they were removing it.
So there is a temple?
There is a Devi temple up there, and for Dasra they have mela there.
There was a
ceremony and there's a mela on Dasra, and we were on the next day of Dasra, the next day. So that was one of the most memorable trek. Kalsubai, which the same again, I had done in my early stages of my career.
How was
trekking.
the view when you reached on the top of the
Yeah, the view there is awesome, amazing it is. They actually, you feel when you reach there, na, yeah, you have reached something, you have done something.
You have achieved.
Maybe I may not be able to do Everest, the real Everest, but the Everest of Maharashtra I could do it. That satisfaction I have.
So what challenges and difficulties did you face during this?
For Kalsubai, basically nothing. It was only we have to go on. It's a long trek. The duration is you have to keep pushing yourself. Yeah, there's still more time. You have to still cover. There's more time. The trek is not over.
Yeah, and the trek leader always
tells you, yeah, there's 5 minutes. Yeah, they will always.
And those 5 minutes converts to 1 hour.
1 hour. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but Kalsubai, I said I have to not give up. Complete this trek. Come down successfully with a beautiful memory.
Yeah, and unhurt.
Unhurt. Yeah.
Without any accident.
And no, all these treks I never had any health issues and all. Touch wood. With God's grace, I could complete it.
Good.
Yeah. I want to tell about Harishchandragarh trek, which was my first night trek. And this I give full credit to my trek leader, Vishal, of SG Trekkers.
Okay.
Because of him, he told me, no ma'am, you'll be able to do. I said, it's my first night trek, which I've never done. He said, no, we are there to help you. So first time I'd put torch. So, and we did from the Tolarkhind mark. It was a night trek. We started somewhere in the midnight. By early morning, we reached Konkan Kada for sunrise.
So when did you start from Pune?
Pune around 10:30 we started. We started our traveling. Night 10:30. 10:30 p.m. we started. And by 12 o'clock somewhere we reached base. And then immediately we started our trek.
Without any break?
No, no, in that how
No,
much we
without
could
any break, you just
started, yes.
started the trek, just
Because
adjusting all the lights.
Vishal had told us, all of you sleep in the while traveling only, because once
Okay.
we reach, we have to start, because for sunrise we have to reach Konkan Khada.
You don't have to miss
No,
the
so
sunrise.
we don't want
So in
to
what, like in winters, did you do this?
Yes,
Okay.
winter only.
So tell me more about that. How did you start? At what time?
Yeah, somewhere around 12, we reached the base village. Immediately we started. And first night trek being, I had to put the,
Yeah, the torch,
and
head torch.
Vishal was there continuously to support me, help me.
Okay.
And then once I started the trek, that fear went away of night, darkness. I didn't feel that I'm in the dark, there's no light for me. We went following
not
our
scared about
I was
the
not at all
things.
scared, because Vishal was there. And then the Tolarkin Marg also is a difficult way.
Okay.
And then return was Panchnai Marg, so that was okay. The main part was this, the night trek.
So what time you reached on the top of the?
By sunrise. By sunrise, we were already at Konkan Khada. Then we explored Konkan Khada.
How was the experience?
The view there is
and the
very
view?
good. The view from Konkan Khada is very good. And Harichandragarh, by then I had already completed 50 treks. So Harichandragarh was not an issue for me.
So you
Already 50 treks were there behind me. Yes, I was already mentally prepared. Only challenging was to face darkness.
Darkness, right.
And like I said, full credit goes to Vishal, who helped me. And after that, I've done couple of night treks again.
Okay.
The plateau treks, many, yeah.
Interesting.
Because in the summer, we used to do those type of trek. Ketoba trek and all, I had done in the night only.
Do you use any special kind of clothes or gears or boots for all your trekkings? Can you tell me more about that?
Basically, what is need for trekking, the trekking shoes, and I take my trekking stick.
Good trekking shoes.
Shoes and a trekking stick. And I carry a minimum backpack. I keep it minimum because I know I won't be able to carry heavy luggage. So minimum 2 liters water, a towel, a cap, goggles, basic, and then basic some food items. That much.
Keep you
Hydrated. And I don't take heavy backpacks. And basic proper shoes and a traveling stick, trekking stick. These are the essentials for every trekker, which I also carry.
Okay, good. So Harishchandra being your first night trek, so you the fear of darkness went away.
Exactly.
That's very nice to hear. You also told me that you, apart from trekking, you involved in or you do backpacking also. So what was your recent backpacking experience? Can you tell me, share me about that?
Yeah, in June I had done Konkan trip, Malwal Tarkarli trip. So Malwal Tarkarli, it was a it was not a trek, it was a trip. And 2-day trip it was, where I played all the adventures, sea sports and all. I took part in every game, sea activities, water sports, scuba diving and parasailing. Whatever was there included in a package, everything I did. Paragliding, parasailing, all that.
There is also a nearby fort, Sindhudurg fort. So did you?
We went there also. Sindhudurg also. We went there also.
So how was the experience of seeing a sea fort?
Sea fort, yes. Even I enjoyed that also. Sea forts, which I have done Padmadurga. Many sea forts I have done in Alibag also. Sea forts I have done. And Konkan trip was also good. Very interesting. Enjoyed a lot.
So apart from backpacking, there was an opportunity to do the fort also. So one more added in your bucket list.
Yes, exactly. Sindhudurg was also there, which was highlight of our trip. As a Tarkarli beach, Dandi beach, and all the sea adventures were included, sea sports.
Yes. So you told me you did scuba diving. So was that your first experience of how was that? Tell me more about that. How did you feel about it?
Breathe from your mouth only. Basically, I listened to instructions very carefully and I follow that. So that instructor had told us, and just breathe from your mouth.
You were able to see the fish.
Yes. There were some fishes which we could see. The water was not so clean that time, but we could see.
So you told me, apart from trek and backpacking, what other outdoor activities you are involved in? Tell me more about that.
Exactly. I like marathon also. I take part in marathon,
great.
10 kilometer. Yeah, that also I do.
So what was the recent marathon you took part in? How was the experience about that?
Last was Movember marathon, 10 kilometer. That experience was also good. Marathon experience is different. There also I do 10 kilometers. Here also I make sure I complete my 10 kilometer. I don't quit in between. I complete, then only I come back. Whatever, how much ever I push myself, I complete 10 kilometer, that full range, whatever is there. Marathon is also a different experience. From start to finish, you have to keep your level, your consistency, you have to keep running at a average speed, which I make sure. I keep running at one average speed, which I am comfortable with myself. And I make sure I complete my 10 kilometer run and then come back.
So motive is not to just win the race, it's to complete the
Complete
race.
it, yeah. Because I've seen many places, unfortunately, many people quit and they give
In
up
between.
in between for health issues or whatever. But I don't make that, I complete it.
So you have not had such.
Unfortunately, yeah, fortunately. Luckily I could. That's why I do 10 kilometer, which I'm okay with, which I'm sure I can complete it and I'm comfortable, which my health will permit.
I would like to ask about how's your family support, like in terms of financial support for all these activities and things you do as you're a homemaker. So tell me more about that.
My husband supports me financially. Every trek, whichever trek, wherever I have to go, he always give hesitation. How much ever I have to pay, he makes sure I get that payment. He makes sure he does the payment. 100%, my husband has helped me financially. And mostly I go for this budget friendly. It's never out of my budget. Always. So my husband has always helped me. And he's never questioned me. How much ever I need, whichever trip, whichever trek, how much ever is a financial requirement, he's made sure that it's completed, he's done it.
I want to know, how do you plan your things before arriving to any fixed trek or trip? How do you plan things?
If, earlier I used to make sure that I do one trek monthly, but now I have made it weekly. Every weekend I have to go for it. So every Monday I start hunting, I check all the WhatsApp groups, Insta. And one thing is there about me, I never repeat a trek. So I always go for new treks, and which I have not done, and I contact those people. I talk to them, and then I do little Google search also. How is the trek? Whether it's difficult? How is it? I talk to the organizers also. I tell them about and mostly I go with known groups, so they know about me, my stamina, how much I can do. It's very difficult. They only say, "Sorry, ma'am, don't come." But if it is okay with me, with them also, they'll say, "Madam, you come, you join this trek, you have to come." So I do study about that trek, about that fort, and I take knowledge about it. Complete, I study full details. I understand
about the place where you're going,
and then about the traveling, where we are going to halt, whether it's one day return. If it's a overnight, then I ask them whether it's going to be a homestay, where we are going to stay, and all that.
the accommodation part.
Accommodation, yes. So I always found friendly groups who help us, cooperate with us, have helped us in even our stay, food, everything. So I make sure the group is good. They also help me. They give me the complete details about the trekking, the group, about our stay, our travel.
So far, you have not encountered any issues or any problems with
by God's grace and with good groups. Mostly the groups have been good. Yeah, they've always helped me, volunteered and cooperated with me. So actually the credit goes to the groups also, the good volunteers, they help.
How the outlook towards life has changed post you started trekking and traveling when you started this thing?
It's definitely brought a positive change in me. I've become more confident. I look forward to the next week. I like travel. I understood that traveling is my passion, and I've met many beautiful people, many people with lot of experience who have shared their experience with me, who have helped me in further my travel, my trekking. They've always helped me, and it's helped me in a positive way, made me more confident.
What health benefits you found out of this? Can you tell me about that?
Health, yeah, it's made me more healthy. And then I understood that I do not have any major health issues, so I shouldn't fall back upon. I should look forward for the next trek, next trip. Yeah, health, but definitely, health benefits is there, which helps you, go ahead, march ahead. That's what I say.
So what do you say? It has made you more resilient and physically and mentally strong.
Definitely. More, because we don't understand our capacity. When you challenge yourself, Then only you understood, yeah, I'm capable of this. As if we never face challenges in your life. When you actually face challenge, when you go for it, when you undergo the trekking, then you understood, yes, I'm capable. And which makes me feel good about myself, made me more confident. Yeah.
Finally, I would like to end this thing with asking you, do you have any message for the audience of Joy Visas?
Yes, definitely. All those ladies who are simple housewives like me, your regular work will definitely go on. You're cooking, taking care of the house. I know you're all good homemakers, good mother, good daughter, good sister. But one day at least one day in a week, give it to yourself. Go and explore. And in a place like Pune, there's so much of connectivity. You can always, within 2-3 hours, you reach next district. And there's so much to explore. And even to the youngsters, I know your job is all online, digital. Once in a week, at least one Sunday, one day in a week, come out, go to the mountains, go to nature. The nature has given us so much, and go and explore. Go ahead. Don't stick to your mobile, your computers, your digital work, your online work. Always go ahead. Leave your four walls of your house. Enjoy, explore nature.
Get out of the comfort
Comfort, yes, definitely. Come out. There's mountains, there's valleys, there's flowers.
So it took 32 years for you to, after being a homemaker, to come out of that and then start this.
And it's never too late. It's never late.
Yes.
Today also, just pack your bag, go. Take your friends, go solo. Go to nature. Leave your mobile, leave your gadgets. That will only hold you back. Because nature has got more to give us.
Yes, definitely. I totally agree with you. And on this note, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And from all our viewers, I wish you a healthy life and healthy, have a good fitness for all your future treks and traveling.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so much
Bhushan.
for giving your valuable time for us. And I hope to see you soon on some treks and in the nature.
Definitely. Thank you, Bhushan. Thank you so much.